Hey guys, what's up? It's Davey with BullyMart.com. I just wanted to do this quick video to clear up any confusion that there might be about the new way we are taking auction checkouts. Okay, so I'm going, as most of you know, at the end of an auction, here's an auction group. At the end of an auction, I go ahead and post the link for payment and all that good stuff. And usually it goes to our website with a PayPal button, but we're going to do it differently now, so that way we can just keep better track of orders and for a more thorough and efficient process overall for you guys. So what you're going to go ahead and do is, if you haven't already seen the video on how to create an account, you might want to go ahead and watch that. I already did a video on it. I'll link in the comments below. And assuming you're already logged into your account now, I mean, if you're not, you can do it towards the end of this process, but it's better to just be logged in advance. It saves the headache. Okay, so I'm going to link the custom listing link. It might not always be on that front page, but this is the custom listing order. And you might remember me discussing it having to be done in $1 increments. For whatever reason, my e-commerce platform is not equipped to allow our customers to enter, like, you know, $452, for example, if that's your auction total. So anyway, here's the process, and I'm going to try to make this as simplistic as possible. You're going to go ahead to this page, okay? And for this particular auction, I don't have it listed here, but you're going to go ahead and enter the product ID, which now if you're taking this could be different if you're doing an auction checkout or if we're doing like a custom collar order that has absolutely nothing to do with auctions. Your product ID I will give you to put in this spot. When you're doing an auction, it's always going to start with VMA. In this particular case of this demonstration that I'm doing, it's going to be that has to be entered. These three fields right here, absolutely, without a doubt, have to be entered. Those are required fields. If these three are not completed, you will not be able to check out. Okay, so again, let me say, if these three are not completed, this one, and this one, you absolutely will not be able to check out. It'll keep giving you an error message saying, you know, you need to complete the required fields. Now, I've enabled 7 total spots for you to enter the item name and number with your customization. Item name and number for the third item you won, customization, fourth, so forth and so on. All of you clearly are not going to order 7 items. Some of you might actually just have 1, 2, or 3. And actually some of you have in the past. I love you guys to death. My real crazy collar snatching ninja addicts have had more than 7 in one order. In which case, let's say you fill it all out and you run out of room, you can go ahead and click add to cart, and then you'll want to come back to this link and start another one to continue with your 8th, 9th, 10th, and so on. But for everyone else, for the majority of people who have just like 1, 2, or 3 items, I'm just going to show you a quick example here. So we've already established you're going to want to put in the product ID here. And okay, so for the first item, name and number. I see clearly I have this set up for auction, so let's just focus on that. Item name and number. What you're going to want to do, let's say, okay, let's say right here, let's say you won item 83. This capitalized text, okay, I do it this way for a reason. This capitalized text and the number you are going to want to highlight and copy. Okay, I don't know if it actually showed the copying, but I just right-clicked it and copied it. Okay, I'm going to go here and I'm going to paste that. This has to be done this way, okay, and I'm going to tell you why, to make it a little bit more clear. Without the item number and the name, it takes about 5 additional minutes, okay, and this might just be my ASCII configured brain. It takes at least 5 minutes for each item to figure out what number you guys actually won and what the actual item design is. Having to log in, go back to the group, go through the photos, you know, find the album and all that jazz. It just really is way too time consuming, and I love doing these auctions for you guys, but if we can't get more streamlined and efficient, I'm afraid for my sanity alone, we're gonna have to like figure something out that's an alternative, because it gets pretty crazy around here, and sometimes it's just too much. So, all right, product ID, item name. customization. This is where, for example, this listing that you hypothetically won, it's a custom 1-inch russet rumble. So you get to pick your neck size, your jewel or stone color, and your hardware color. And you can lux it for an additional fee. So, for example, what you would do here is you would say 18-inch neck, correct? Okay, 18-inch neck. Let's say sea green and violet. That's an interesting combination. Sea green and violet jewel. Okay, there we go. Jewels. And let's say you want a brass hardware. And go ahead and say we want to do the 10 plus the $10 Lux upgrade. Okay? Now, that's great. You got all your information there. If you need to, if you're visual like me and you need more room to see everything you put so you don't get like sidetracked, we have these little drag down boxes here. You can make it bigger. Okay, now let's say that's the item you won, and let's say you won it for $26. You are going to want to go down here to the bottom, and where it says quantity, that's where you're going to want to enter 26. I understand you only won one item, number 83, but this is how, because I have this set up to be in dollar increments, you have to change the dollar amount down here. When you enter 26 and then click this Add to Cart button, this in your shopping cart will be 26 times 1, making it the $26 auction that you won it for. Now, if you have 2 items, let's say, oh, this is one we can do here. Let's say you won this one. You are going to want to highlight 101-Custom Pirates Den Lux. Okay, this is absolutely, again, mandatory. I need you guys to highlight all of this, every single bit of the capitalization, the number, and the name. Copy it. Come back over here. Paste it in that joint right there. That was fairly easy. You don't have to worry about right. Click, click, copy, paste, bada bing, bada bong, you're done. Okay? Now, the second customization, same goes for here. With this one, you get to pick your width, leather color, neck size, stone colors only. That's why it's a custom. It's not a wild card, because this listing is for stone colors only. That's why it's very important you read the details, guys, in the listings to avoid any unnecessary confusion, you know, come auction end time and with your winnings. So you'll get to pick your neck size, or your width, your color, your neck size, stone color only, and if you want to taper it. So let's say I want this one exactly as is, okay? So it would be much better. You can put as is at the end of everything, for example, and let's say you don't know exactly what colors these are because they kind of look red sometimes, but these are actually orange stones. So let's say you wanted black leather, okay? Top and bottom, all right, and it is for a 21-inch neck, okay, and you want orange and white stones. Well, I guess it doesn't need to be capitalized. Stones for your pup, and what else was the other options? Your width, and 2 inches wide. Actually, technically, it would probably be best. Let's go ahead and do that over. 2-inch wide, black on black, 21-inch neck, I think is what I said originally. Orange, okay. Orange, my brain's moving too fast. White stones, okay, and let's say nickel hardware, okay, and let's say you don't want to taper this one, all right, and now. Oh, this is something I did not cover. $26 was the figurative demonstrative purposes amount for this one, plus the Lux. So actually, if you were only doing that one, you would have entered 36 because you absolutely want to make sure you add that additional $10. And for this one, let's say you want it at the current price, which is $52, you would want to account for that. So 36 and 52. That's 88. So that'd be 88 bucks. Then you'd want to go ahead and click Add to Cart. Let's say those were the only 2 you were winning. So you can go ahead and either view your cart or proceed to checkout. You can view your cart just to make sure you got your details right and you don't need to change anything. And I'm going to get a little pop-up here. It's just to offer you guys special offers. And you can just go ahead and check, make sure, okay, you got the product ID, you got the first item name and number, the custom part, you know, the part I told you to highlight, the number, and then the actual capitalized part that is describing what the item actually is. And then you have your list of customizations. Now, actually, you know what? You're not going to be able to see all the customizations here, so you're going to actually want to make it, make sure you got it correct before you click Add to Cart. I'm glad that this is another little whoopsie that troubleshooting that we can do live on this video, so you know as these things might happen. So you won't be able to see it all. So before you click Checkout, or Add to Cart rather, make sure it's all correct there. You can't see it on this end, but I can see it on my end. So technically, I guess you could go ahead and click Proceed to Checkout if you only had those two items, one in your auction. So with you setting up an account already, this makes this step super easy because it'll have your information here already saved. And it's as simple as bill and ship to this address, which it'll bring you to your next little drop down. Free shipping, because that's how I have that particular listing set up. Unless you are in Canada, in which case I will include the shipping total in the total combined value that I give you in one of your auction listings. So now here is an interesting part. Oh, and it doesn't come up for me because I don't have any bully bucks in this account because I just created it. All right. So it says my total amount, and it's going to ask me how I would like to pay right here. Okay, and you can either click on PayPal or credit card. Either way you want to do it. If you have a PayPal account, you want it to come directly out of there, fantastic. If you have an alternate credit card that you prefer to use, more power to you. You can choose either one, which is also not an option. You didn't have an option to avoid PayPal in the last way that we processed payments, so this is probably going to be more useful to quite a few of you. You know, who prefer to just do a credit card. Now, if you are an existing member already and you already have an account with us and you've acquired bully bucks somehow, it'll also give you an option right around here that'll say or up here that if you would like to pay with your bully bucks. Please remember, for auctions, bully bucks are not a valid form of payment. Okay. The majority of these collars are already going at ridiculously insane prices. I give a lot of bully bucks away. That it's not feasible right now for me to allow bully bucks to be a form of payment with how many bully bucks we actually give away on a regular basis around here. Let's say you wanted to add something else, or you weren't sure, or you had a question about something or whatever. You can go ahead and enter it here. Enter additional text. Oh, I have a problem today. Yeah. Additional text here for your order, and we'll get that. And you go ahead and click Proceed to Payment. I selected PayPal on this one. So you'll see that, actually, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go back. You can check out with PayPal, but I'm going to, if I go back, I got to do it all over again. Everybody pretty much knows how to do PayPal, so I mean, if you have a PayPal account, you're not, you know what you're doing. If you go back, though, be careful if you have any custom instructions, because you'll have to redo them here. Proceed to payment. I've selected credit card this time, and it's going to pop up this window. And you go ahead and pick, your credit card that you prefer to use. American Express, Discover, Diners Club. I always see that. I don't really know what that is, though. JCB, MasterCard, Visa. And then, of course, you'll want to enter your information here. Whatever, and then your expiration. Clearly, I'm just doing this for 911. And then pay for your order. Now, clearly, I'm not going to enter my credit card information here. Okay, it's wrong, so it's going to give me this error. But if you enter everything right, it'll prompt you to complete your order. So I hope that helped you understand a little bit better, how to check out for the auctions. It's a little bit different, but I figured you guys could watch this video while Jen and I are wrapping up any loose ends and gathering totals and updating everybody on who won what and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask in the comments of whatever thread that I post this link on, and or if you're on our YouTube channel or wherever else, you know, and this is after the fact, because this is September 14th, 2014 that I'm recording this, by all means feel free to ask wherever you're viewing this, and we will get to you just as quickly as we're notified. So yeah, I hope that helped, and please, 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 guys, it's super, super important that you guys follow these directions and include all of this necessary information that we need from you. It's getting to the point where if information is not provided, we're going to just start randomly, as you know, as crazy as it seems, but it becomes, there's so many orders to process for the auctions, and these are like a fun way that we like to get back to our diehard fans, so you can get really good deals. But if these items aren't filled in the way that we just explained, not only will your order get pushed to the very back of the line, and everybody who does enter it correctly will get priority treatment, but if it gets down to it, we very well may likely just pick your options for you. And if you want us to pick your options for you and all you have is a neck size, then by all means enter your neck size and then just say, guys, please pick my options for me, and we'll do that. But that has to be in these boxes. Like, you have to, like, BMA 21 here, or, you know, whatever the ID is here. Let's say you number 1 custom rumble, whatever, you know, you copied and pasted it there. And here, let's just say my dog's neck is 16-inch neck. Please pick everything else. Okay? And then we can do that. You know, that's not a problem. So long as you're specific. You won't get put to the back of the line if you're specific. Now, if you just put this, and this and submit, you're going to get pushed to the back of the line. If you just put, you know, 16-inch neck, black leather, and you're supposed to pick your jewels too, and you don't enter that, and let's say you know, you're missing any bit of information here, you're going to get pushed to the back of the line. Let's say you have all the info here, correct? And let's say you only put, like, custom jewel bling stud. I have no idea what that is, but you'd be surprised at, maybe you wouldn't be surprised at the mashups of names and make-believe lingo that we get on this end. And I mean, it's not the way it needs to be done. This video, there's no excuses now. This video is telling you exactly how it needs to be done. So please definitely follow it. And like I said, if you have any questions, that's okay. Just ask us first before you submit, because if it's submitted incorrectly, it will get pushed to the back of the line. It's fair. It's not fair to struggle or waste time over one order trying to figure out the details when everybody else, or several, you know, the majority of people do it the way it's supposed to be done. And I hope you guys understand that. I really do, because it's not me trying to be mean or anything. It's just, it's really, we really do want nothing more than to get you guys your orders on time, and as quickly as possible with the least amount of hiccups and road bumps. So yeah, I hope that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for watching.